With only a few days left in the season before the launch of Operation Deadly Omen, I have some tricks to help you get that final rank before the season ends and to help you into the new season. Now, before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe and comment, guys. Please go down into the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are about this upcoming season. A lot to unpack in year 9, so let me know down below. So without me waiting anymore, guys, let's dive in and get started here, starting off with this first trick here over on Clubhouse. Now, this is a spawn peek that I've shown in the past and it still works. Even in the new season, I've tested it on the test server. Inside a kitchen on the first floor, if you place a Kiba barrier exactly where I've pinpointed on screen and jump up on top of the oven, you can run and vault up on top of the shelf. Now, if you make a small hole in the window right where I've pinpointed, you'll be able to shoot out anyone pushing off of that construction spawn heading towards kitchen, especially if they're trying to get the hatch open to get down into that basement site. This is a great way to catch them off guard. Now, you'll see this from the other perspective. I'll run outside and show you where the bullets are hitting right when they're coming around the back of that building and the pillar just off the side of the wall there as they're coming around the corner. So this is a really good strong spawn peek, of course making sure to get rid of any drones in kitchens so you don't get droned out, and you can get some easy picks to start off the round. And moving on to lair for this next one, big shout out to Pokey for showing me this one. It is a pixel peek located on the bottom floor inside labs. Now, it's in between a cabinet and a small pillar. What you need to do is by breaking the microscopes on the counter and jumping up onto the sink, you can run along the top of the counter and you'll get a small pixel peek through into lockers. Now, this is a really strong power position for the defense. For any attackers pushing into lockers, they'll have no idea you have this angle. And again, you can get some easy picks. Now, of course, I will show it from the other perspective to show how difficult it is for any attacker pushing into this room to see you sitting up in this spot. Moving on over onto the next one, guys, and this is over on Canal. This is a really sick Fenrir spot that you can use. Now, a lot of you already know about the C4 trick, which I'm showing you here, is you break open the window, you throw a C4 on the outer side of the window and then reinforce the window, and they will not be able to hear the C4 if they're making a push through printer. You can wait for them to pass the window using a cam for intel, and you can blow it up and get some easy picks. Now, the best thing about this is that this can be used with other gadgets, including a Fenrir device. So what you do again is by breaking down the window, making sure to throw it on the outer side of the window frame. And what you need to do for this one is you do need to make a small punch hole in the window so that it will activate when an attacker walks past it. You'll see here from when an attacker does walk past it with that little gap in the window, they'll get hit by the Fenrir and they'll have no idea where it is. They'll have so much time trying to find it that you can run out and get an easy kill. Moving on to Consulate for this next one. This is a trick on Visa stairs. I saw this all over Twitter, so I don't know who to credit for this one. There was a few people who showed this one off, but you can do this with Malusi. If you stand on the staircase and look exactly where I pinpointed, it'll take a couple of tries, but you can place a Banshee on that little back wall above the staircase. Anyone pushing up that staircase will have a lot of difficulty trying to get that Banshee, and in the meantime, you can swing out and get that kill in the round. Now, you can also do this with Goyo devices as well. Again, it's a little difficult to get it up there, so make sure just for the Goyo one to put it on the left side. It's the easiest way to get it put up there. They cannot shoot it from the bottom of the staircase, so you could be holding this power position at the top of the stairs. When they try to make that push up, you can detonate that device and they will be stuck on the bottom of the staircase. Now, over onto Night Haven for this really sick drone out angle. Big shout out to Coconut, I think, for showing this one. Now, inside in storage, if you break open a hole in front of the drone hole and then run around to the drone hole on the other side inside games, you can Ash Charge or Zofia the wall in between the two sites and you can see all the way towards that main wall. You can get the Bandit or shoot off any utility to help your teammates get the wall open, and in the process, hopefully get a couple of picks. You can see here, I went on my drone to just show you the perspective of where I am in position to the main wall. You can see I've made a hole in the floor inside storage, and then of course the wall in between the two sites, and you can see the bullet holes on the wall. Now I have a couple of bank tricks to show you. An OSHA shield, I think a big shout out to Kudos for this one. This one is for anyone sitting on that bomb chassis inside the CEO site. Normally some people come in and they put their OSHA shield right inside the door, but they can get C4'd or picked off from anyone flanking up that square stairs. So if you come outside and stand exactly where I've pinpointed and place an OSHA shield, you will have a pixel peek to the right of the shield on anyone sitting on the bomb chassis. Now you'll also be able to see all the way back to Trump office door as well. So this is a really strong position for attackers to hold this angle and help your teammates pushing the site. Now this next one is my favorite one. I think I have 100% pick rate on this spot. It works every time when the site is up in the CEO office. If you rappel up the front of the building and on the arched window, if you shoot open that far right window, you'll actually have a perfect shot onto the rotate inside CEO. So anyone using that rotate to rotate between long desk or going back into site will get instantly picked off, and you'll see a clip of this at the very end of the video of me getting a pick on it. It is a really strong position to help your teammates and to hold that rotate as anyone is pushing into top square. And moving on to Clubhouse for this next one, and a big shout out to Exotics for showing me this one. This is located inside construction on the second floor. It is a shield angle that you can use to watch anyone pushing server. Now this works best if the site is inside in gym, of course, and you've reinforced all the walls in cache to make them funnel in through that door. If you place the shield right where I've pinpointed and lay prone, you'll get an angle through the metal beam all the way through to server. Now you could make holes in the wall into top rafters as well, so anyone coming in making their play through garage will have no idea you're laying down here, and as they pass through those head holes you can get another pick. So this is a really strong spot, and I'll show it from the other perspective. It's near to impossible to see the person laying prone behind this shield. You will not be expecting it as you're pushing towards the door. And moving on to the next one, this is just a couple of really strong evil eyes and can be used for bulletproof cams as well and other utility. Now what you can do is by placing the evil eye by jumping up on top of the jukebox. This is a really strong one. It's very difficult for them to hit it and they won't spot it as well, so it's really good for intel for your teammates as anyone is dropping down that moto hatch or making their way into the church bomb site. Now as you can see, this shows the default plant, the doorway out of moto, and of course anyone coming in through the hole from blue. Now the second one that you can see here is if you jump up on top of the long desk and then run up on top of the seat, you can place an evil eye on the ventilation pipe on the ceiling and use that as well for the same callouts for moto and the default plant. Now you can do this with bulletproof cams as well, so they're two really strong evil eyes that you can use on this bomb site. And moving on to this next trick, this is a really simple but super strong drone spot that you can use. You can see that's the most common place, is sitting your drone up on top of those little top walls. But if you actually come into ATMs and throw your drone up on top of the pillar, you'll get a much better view over the main lobby and the Trump office and the site up above. Now you can also jump across to the other pillar as well to get an even better view into the bomb site. You can see here, you can see through the window, you can see Trump, you can see Teller's door. There's so much intel that you can provide to your teammates if you do decide to make a push in the main lobby. And as I said, you can jump across to the other pillar and watch a lot of the main site, and these are really strong drone spots. Now I have a couple of Val camps to show you here, a really nice setup for labs over here on layer. If you place a cam inside the drone hole inside lockers, and if you place a cam in the light inside the warehouse, as you can see on screen, these are really strong cams for anyone making that warehouse push. And of course the final cam setup is just off the bottom of yellow stairs. There's another drone hole, and if you place a cam in the side of the drone hole, you can do both sides if you like, if you'd rather watch the stairs, but they're more than likely going to see the cam as they make their way down. So you'll be able to watch all of this area and give so much intel to your teammates, and there's a very likelihood that they will not see the cam, so you can get that added intel. So as you can see, these cams are really strong and very unlikely to be shot out. If you would like to see a dedicated video of like 25 val cams on all the different maps in the game, let me know down in the comment section. I'll do my best to bring it to you as soon as possible. I will have another video out in a couple of days as well. A lot of people asking me to see some of these hiding spots and stuff in action, so that will be coming out at the weekend, so keep an eye out for that. And moving on to the final trick, guys, over here on Chalet. This is a really simple one, and I believe No Limits was the finder of this one, so big shout out to No Limits for this one. If you break those two shelves inside Office and then walk across the top of the coffee machine, you can place a Evil Eye up on top of the beam above the fridge. Now you have so much intel on the site here. Now you can't shoot the person who's planting the diffuser behind the half wall, but you can get intel on their position behind that half wall. You can watch anyone coming in that K9 door, or the rotate, or coming in from piano outside the doorway. So that is it for the video, guys, and like I said, here is an example of me using that bank angle. It's so good for anyone coming through that rotate. I almost got a second person as well, as you can see them walking across. But if you're new to the channel, guys, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 200k. Make sure to hit the notification bell as well, so you can keep up to date when I'm uploading videos. Make sure to join my Discord. Keep up to date on my TikToks. I'll be posting on TikTok regularly as well. And of course, I really appreciate the support, and I'm sorry for the lack of uploads over the past few months and years. I'm going to be on a big grind this season, so keep an eye on the channel. So until the next time, guys, I'll talk to you in the next one.